Isn't that just cute? Hello, my name is Twin Minds and welcome to By the Cover, a series in which I play a game for about 30 minutes and then judge it, probably unfairly based on what I've seen in that time. Normally I would use a randomizer to tell me which game to play, but I thought let's give a shot with an indie game. Farm Folks here is a brand new indie game by Bison Bit. Still in progress, as you can see, pre-alpha. They are just getting started pretty much, but they do have a bit of a foundation in place here, so let's get started with it. And you start off as this cute little bugger in a tiny little house out in the middle of nowhere. Right click to door. There we go. And by middle of nowhere, I mean you are on a square island in the middle of the ocean. So that's cool. As you start off here, you use your axe to chop up all of the various bits and pieces on the ground. And if you're thinking this looks familiar, it really is. This has inspiration from things like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley. And really this is, I don't know if it's an homage or an attempt to replicate and make better some of the features from those games, but either way, it is a nice little take on it. It's pretty, first off. I love the art styling on this. The lighting effect is gorgeous. Those lens flares are very pretty, very well implemented. I love it. We've got a buddy over here that I need to visit. Things in my way. Alright. Gilbert's Goods. I need some carrots. And I'm out of money. Alright. That's it. Gilbert. What do you have to say for yourself, Gilbert? Hello, youngster. Welcome to Gilbert's Goods. And you get an axe to the head. Alright. So, let's get to planting here. I need to switch over to my hoe. Now, this is very, very early game. There's a lot of nice features that a lot of games have that are not in here just yet. For example, you can't scroll your mouse wheel to change your items at the bottom here. You have to use the number keys. But very much plan on those things coming in very short order here. I do believe they're planning on doing Steam Greenlight very soon here. I believe in a couple weeks. One thing I've noticed is that the controls are a little bit sloppy. I don't know if I like this or not. The mouse has a little bit of a delay to it, and I don't think that's me. I don't have any problems in either of the games, but that's okay. They're still working on it, and I know that they are playtesting this thoroughly and getting a bunch of input from everywhere. So, yeah, I don't expect it to have any serious issues anytime soon here. Let's see. And this is what I mean by it loose. I can take my mouse, I can't push it down this way, normally. But if I start up here and pull down, I can get in there pretty quick. So it's got a little bit of a sloppy feel to it almost, and I don't know if that's just a design choice or something's up with the graphics, but who knows. I'll let them know and see what they have to say about that. It might just be their preference, and that could be it. But overall, it seems to have a pretty decent feel to it. It's a farming simulator. I mean, if that's not your thing, then this is pretty much not going to be your game. But it's one of those things where it can be very soothing, cathartic to go out and just manage your own farm without all that, you know, hard work and stuff. We have a little farm here. We've got a barn for cows, I'm assuming, and a little coop for chickens. I'm gonna make my way there. I don't believe the chickens are in the game yet. I saw the cow for purchase over at Good Gilbert over there, but no chickens just yet. But obviously they're planning on it. And I do believe that this is as fast as my dude can go, because the only other option is walking very slowly, so... I might want to mention that as well, just because, you know, it's a gameplay feature. Be nice to have some sort of, like, speed boots, or, you know, just an overall increase in his running speed, at least just a little bit. There's a grain silo here, which I can only assume will be storing our grains at some point. So now that I have done this, I have watered my crops here. You can see the difference in the coloring for the watering. And then my can has 86 water left in it, so you can come over to the farm here, or the well here, and fill that up to 100 again. And then, because there's not too terribly much left to do in this game currently, I'm just going to go to sleep. Right-click to sleep, and we get another day. We are in spring year 1. So obviously, by marking off the years, we are planning on going further. Huh. It is very early dawn. Very early dawn. So these guys, these farmers, they get up at the crack of dawn, and they have no mercy on themselves for sleeping in. But, you know, it's gorgeous. I love it. The sun coming up, look at that shadow on his head. You know, there's some serious potential to this game, and I can't wait to see how this thing grows. So we water our crops. You can see that the radishes have grown in size, as have the carrots. Let's see, we can also hold, which is a good feature. Did I leave the barn door open? I did not leave the barn door open. I didn't even open the barn door. So, clearly, something happened. Or I did open the barn door and I don't remember. Either way, I'm not too concerned about it. I'll review the footage and report it if I need to. Whoa, alright. So these doors will swing you wide open. One thing I've noticed is I'm right here. I'm right next to this door, but I can only interact with it in some ways. So, it could do with, you know, some increased distance of the interaction, or, you know, maybe this door's hitbox is not quite right or something like that. But that is a known bug, by the way. The door opening or closing the wrong direction and disappearing. That's amusing, but it is known, so they'll be fixing that. Alright, so let's see if we can get to sleep a couple more times and harvest our crop, and then, you know, see what they sell for. I believe I bought these for 45 and 20 each, something like that. I don't recall exactly, but, you know. 3rd of spring. And we have budding carrots and bigger radishes. Now that looks a little bit funky to me. The really dark. It looks like it doesn't reset the watering. Or the watering texture or color shading or whatever it's going to be called. It did reset some of these ones that I had hoed earlier because I didn't water them or didn't tend to them, so that's normal and expected of a farm. So I've watered those. I'm going to go right back to sleep again. Because this guy, he may be a farmer waking up at the crack of dawn, but he does not work very hard. Alright, so day 4, what do we have? We have... Aha! Nice. So we have radishes that have grown, we have carrots that are not ready yet, so let's water those again. So radishes are X amount of time. It would be nice to see somewhere in the GUI a listing of the growth times, because I did not know that that was a 4-day growth time. So radish seeds 20, and if I click on it, I don't get any more info. But yeah, so I can sell these 55. So I had 15. So it's 40 each. I bought them for 20. So it's a 100% return on investment. So that's good. So let's grab enough of those to get going again. And hit my 8, ready to go here. I do need to hoe up a little bit more. No. There we go. Alright, hit 8. So yeah. You know, this is just about all there is to the game. The cow is really pricey, as would be expected of a cow, but as much as I would love to test him, I've been told already that the cow does not have any current use, so I'm not going to worry about grinding up to him just yet. I would love to at some point, but not just yet. I'll wait until they can tell me that the cow has some sort of usefulness before I bother with that. Now, I did notice that there's an energy bar at the top. I don't know how I didn't notice that until just now, but there is an energy bar. It does not seem to be depleting at all. So that's probably a feature that is planned but not implemented just yet. Alright, so these carrots are still not ready. The radishes are not ready. Now, there's, as I've mentioned, there's a lot of similarities to Stardew Valley so far. I can't compare it to Harvest Moon, but I'm sure it is very similar. I'm curious if they're going to do some sort of crop quality or something like that Stardew had, because that could be a nice feature to work on, especially if your techniques could potentially impact the quality of your crops. Because that would be nice, because then, you know, if you watered them, you know, every other day versus every day, you would get lower quality crops, but you could potentially save yourself a lot of energy in doing that, which may be beneficial over time. Or, you know, maybe the addition of fertilizer has a chance to increase the quality, or, you know, there's a whole ton of things that could be done with this. And I do know that they're also planning on fishing and deep sea fishing and carpentry and all sorts of other features that would expand the play style of this game to beyond just the standard harvesting. I want to talk to them about this method of over the shoulder. As much as I like it, and as much as I like the little dude, there's a lot of looking down. There really truly is. Because you are harvesting and farming on the ground, you're looking down for most of the game, which means you're not looking up and enjoying much of the scenery. So I'm wondering if the distance that you can interact with things could be expanded to an arc downward, so that if I'm looking here-ish, or even slightly down, I can still interact with the thing that is directly in front of me. It's definitely something that could be considered. I'm going to bring that up with them just to see what can become of that. So I have 10 radishes. I planted 8, so I did get a bonus in there somewhere. I also have 28 carrots, and I noticed I was getting about 3 per, so I got 1 extra carrot in there as well, which is a nice feature, to have a little bit of bonus to your crops. Now let's see what I get out of these. I started with 500 gold, I believe it was. Gold, money, whatever you're going to call it. And I have 1255. Alright. Well, that puts me at just about ready for cow, actually. Which, you know, it took a lot less time than I thought it would. So that's nice. But I am going to leave it here, because I've done just about all there is to do in this game. However, I am curious if I can chop down a tree. Let's do it. I can. Well, I can target the tree. I don't know if I can chop it down. No, no chopping down trees. It is targetable, though, which means it's probably in the plans to be able to do that at some point. So, yeah. I was told there's a jump key, but I'm not seeing a jump feature, so that may be something in the engine that they're using that they have not implemented yet. I saw the key binding for it, but it does not seem to be jumping. So I'm going to leave this here, though. Thank you for joining me on this fresh look at Farm Folks. It's an interesting upcoming game. I'm definitely looking forward to watching this thing grow and maybe helping it grow. You know, add my 2 cents in where I can and see what comes of that. I will put a link in the description to their main site, as well as some posts that they've made of their upcoming features and works that they've been working on over time. So, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.